Yeah, good morning, everyone. So we saw bounce back in the US market yesterday, mainly driven by good results from the Metas, and also the GDP came lower than expected uh, over there. That is at 1.1% versus expectation of 1.9%, indicating that the economy is cooling off and quite possible the Fed may not be so aggressive in tightening in the going forward. So that has acted positive for US market. We saw last 2 day corrections, and yesterday we saw a bounce back of that in the market. At such, if you take last 15-20 days, the stock is not more going anywhere. It's remaining over there. Uh, the futures are more of a flattish, but Asian markets are showing some positive signs. Most of the Asian markets are indicating positive trend. And in commodity, oil remain flattish after sharp correction day before yesterday. And also, apart from that, iron ore also flattish and steel is down by around 0.5%. So overall environment seems reasonably okay. We had seen last 2 day of bounce back. We may see some more continuation of that in the today's trade. I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, yesterday Nifty comfortably closed the important resistance level, and we saw that last three trading session Nifty sustained to this level and managed to close above this important level, that is 17,860. And Nifty is positive at current level. We expect some positive momentum towards 18,100, next immediate support place 700 and 17,660 at downside. Do we expect some positive momentum to this session? And we saw that yesterday's April expiry, the closing is positive. Bank Nifty also managed to sustain above the that important breakout level, that is 43,000, and maintain that closing above that. That is more important for Bank Nifty. And we expect some positiveness in Bank Nifty. 500, 750 next immediate target for Bank Nifty, and support place around 42,800 for important support for Bank Nifty. Nifty Finance also close above the important breakout level, and we will see that positiveness in Nifty Finance also. Next immediate resistance is 19,170, 19,200 and above level, and support place 19,040 at downside. Do we expect all three index trading in positive territory, and we expect some positive in upside. Stock specific. ITC looks positive at current level. ITC, Hindalco also looks positive at current level. Dabur also looks positive at current level. Apollo Tyre, we already mentioned that positive side. We expect positive in Apollo Tyre. Next immediate target place around 350, about 358. Hindalco also looks positive current level. We expect some positive momentum in Hindalco also. Next immediate target around 446 and 442 in our next target, and support place around 420, 424 at downside. That's it for technical derivative I can carry.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So on the derivative front, as I mentioned yesterday, also that all the data points seem to be on the positive front. If you look at the overall structure from the yesterday basis, also we are seeing it that the PCROI yesterday closed at a 1.22 level. So PCR is continuously holding the upper levels and continuously showing the strength on the PCR basis. While on the open interest front, we are seeing that the put writer positions have been added heavily from 17,800 levels. At that strike, we are seeing that almost 5 million positions for hands change in yesterday trading session. So it is a positive scenario. Currently, as per the OI basis, we are seeing that at 17,800 call rider positions also are getting added up on the monthly basis. So on the short term basis, we expect 17,800 will act as an important support for the Nifty. Once if it breaks 17,800 level, then we might see some sort of proper working. But currently, overall structure and the overall scenario which is going in the market, it still seems to be positive. The next support resistance for the Nifty as per the OI would be 18,000 level. Once Nifty gets a clearance of 18,000 level, then the OI position is completely likely to get shift on the upper end towards 18,200 level. So hold a long position with the support of 17,800 level. On the stock specific front, we expect Oberoi Realty, HDFC, Tata Motor, and Intellect. These four counters are continuously showing the addition of OI position. So for the fresh long position, so we expect these four counters to show some positive strength in next 1 to 2 trading session. That's it from the derivative front. Thank you.
Good morning. Axis Bank result is above expectation. A lower credit cost has driven beat on earnings. Axis this quarter completed the acquisition of Citibank India consumer business in the beginning of March, comprising loans, credit card, wealth management, and retail banking operations. This will accelerate Axis's market share in the premium end of customers. There was also strong sequential growth in balance sheet. Advances grew 11% sequentially and 19% year on year. Bank expects to grow at around 5 percentage points higher than the system growth rate in future. So we can expect around 18 odd percent kind of loan growth in next couple of years. Deposit growth also was strong, 12% sequentially and 15% year on year. Asset quality continued to improve on all metrics. There will be some pressure on OPEX due to merger of Citibank, but on all other parameters, bank will continue to do well. So we are positive. Shriram Finance result is below expectation due to higher operating expenditure and provisions on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Remember that the merger happened recently, so year-on-year numbers are not comparable. So if we compare on quarter-on-quarter basis, then net interest income was flattish, while OPEX increased by 21%. Therefore, profit before provisioning declined by 7% on QOQ basis. Also, provisions, that is credit cost, came higher than expectation at 2.7%. Expectation was 2.2%, which was also the run rate in Q3. So overall, result seems to be weak, and we are neutral on Shriram Finance in the near term. Bajaj Finserv result has improved. Bajaj Finance, we already discussed a couple of days back that result was above expectation. However, even Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance posted good numbers. Value of new business growth was at 35% year on year. And on the general insurance side also, gross written premium increased 13% year on year. And more importantly, the combined ratio declined to 97.9% against 100.3% sequentially. So this is positive for Bajaj Finserv. Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC result has declined. AUM declined by 2% sequentially, and if we look at equity AUM, that declined by 4%. So this is one of the weakest performances we have seen among all listed AMCs, and mutual fund industry actually saw flattish kind of performance on overall AUM, and equity side grew. So company basically lost market share of around 20 basis points overall, and now market share is at 7.7%. If you look at all four AMCs, then HDFC and Nippon have managed to protect their market share that was stable, while UTI and Aditya Birla saw almost 20 basis points decline in their market shares. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Good morning. Emphasis has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter. For FY24, management indicates Q1 FY24 will have softness in BFS segment. Growth is likely to be back-ended with growth with sequential growth starting from Q2 FY24. Growth outlook in direct X mortgage is at industry level. A mortgage segment is expected to bottom out. Operating margin for FY24 guidance is to be in the range of 15.2% to 16.2%. FY23 EBIT margin stands at 15.2%. Stock is trading at a PE of 18.4 times FY24 EPS. Tech Mahindra has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter, both on the revenue and the margin front. Management indicates recovery on the macroeconomic front in FY24, with H1 would be cautious. However, H2 would be better. There's no perfect guidance given by the management on the revenue front. However, they expect margins to improve going ahead. Outlook is neutral. LTI Mindtree has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter, majorly on the revenue front. Looking at the good pipeline, management indicates FY24 to have industry-leading double-digit growth. And Q1 FY24 will have impact of slow decision-making. On margin front, they aspire to reach to 17 to 18%, with the margin improving eventually during the year. Outlook is neutral. Wipro has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter. For Q1, revenue is expected to be in the range of 2753 million to 2811 million, which is -3% to -1% QOQ CC growth. The company has also approved buyback of rupees 120 billion at a price of 445 per share. Outlook is negative. Thank you.
Apart from this, few more results. HUL reported below expectation number, wherein the revenue growth, volume growth came in at 4% versus expectation of 5.5%. So that had an impact on the revenue as well, and the overall revenue group came a bit lower than the expectations, and EBITDA margin more of remain marginally stable to marginally lower than the expectations. So overall result was a bit subdued, but what we see that considering the current environment and the valuations, the outlook seems comparatively positive. So anyone looking for long term, say 1 year or plus, can look at the stock. Then ACC came up with the number, and the numbers were below expectations. Mainly impact on the realization. Realizations came lower than what market was expecting. In fact, realization declined quarter on quarter, whereas market was expecting flattish realization. As such, that has impacted the EBITDA per ton, wherein the expectation was that EBITDA will increase by around 200 to 260 rupees quarter on quarter, whereas the EBITDA has increased just by around 60 rupees quarter on quarter. Though volume growth was ahead of market expectations, market was expecting around 8 million ton of volume, whereas the company has done 8.5 million ton of volume. So overall results were subdued, and we had seen the performance getting impacted. Now the thing is that how the price move from here is more important. So outlook seems more of a neutral for ACC from here. Apart from that, Laurus Lab came out with numbers, and the numbers were below expectations, and the company has given negative outlook for the next year. They do not expect any growth in the revenue in this year, and also margins are likely to remain subdued. The normal margins were at around 24% plus, but this quarter it came to 20%. Management has not sounded very positive that the margin will come back soon, so are likely to remain low. So outlook is negative for Laurus Lab. On the other hand, Soper stock has given good guidance for a long term and maintain its guidance more of a to double its revenue from base of around FY20 to FY26, that is 15% CAGR, and that itself was the guidance for the coming period that SSG, that is same store sales growth, will be mid single digit, and the revenue growth will be mid teens, and the margin over a period is likely to improve. Whereas ROCE, they are targeting into year of around 20 to 25%. So outlook for Soper stocks is positive from here. Then Dhampur Bio came up with the con call, and in the con call, management has indicated that the tightness in the sugar market continuing. The prices has moved up in recent past, but are likely to remain firm in the coming period, and also likely to inch up from there as well. So the coming period, the results are likely to be good. So outlook for Dhampur Bio and all other sugar companies are positive from here. Then Wellspun India came up with the number, and the numbers were positive. Uh, the company had seen bounce back in their traditional business of supplying to the all retailer in the US, and some bounce back was visible in this, and that has supported even the margin as well, as the company used lower cost cotton in this quarter, which has resulted into improvement in margin. Last quarter it was around 10%, but this quarter it came in at 13%. If you see Wellspun India, their traditional margin in the normal circumstances were at around 17-18%, so it's still far off from there. So, and company has announced buyback of shares at 125 rupees of approximately 160 crores rupees. So that is also will act as a positive and support the prices. So overall outlook on Wellspun India also continue to remain positive. Though seasonally, this quarter may see some softness in the coming quarter. Apart from this, result for 3rd May, ABB is likely to report number, and numbers are likely to show improving trend with revenue growth of around 17% and EBITDA growth of around 28% year on year. Tata Chemical is likely to report a flattish set of number. Margins are likely to remain flat quarter on quarter. But Tata Chemical has indicated that prices has corrected in recent past, that is post these results. So that way need to be cautious on that as the soda ash prices are coming off. Bajaj Consumer also likely to report numbers are likely to show some marginal improvement in margins and revenue growth also. So bit positive on Bajaj Consumer as well. Then Havells India is likely to report numbers, and the numbers are likely to be more of a okay set of number, wherein revenue growth will be around 9% and EBITDA is likely to remain stable uh, year on year at around 11.1%. Jyoti Lab is likely to show improved set of number with revenue growth of 14%, and there is a good improvement in margin expected at around 14.3% from last quarter 13.8 and last year 10.5%. KEC results are okay. KPR Mill, another textile company, is likely to show improved result quarter on quarter because of the lower cotton prices. The last quarter margins were 18.5, which is likely to improve to 21%. MRF is also likely to show improved set of numbers with revenue growth of around 11% and margin EBITDA of improvement of 28%. Quarter on quarter also margin is likely to increase by around 200 basis. So MRF result likely to be good. Petronet LNG results is likely to be declining, wherein Q1Q revenue and EBITDA both are likely to decline. Sona BLW result is likely to show improvement with revenue growth of 30% and EBITDA growth of 38%. And then Titan is likely to report number. Here the numbers are also likely to show improvement, wherein the revenue growth of around 20% and EBITDA growth of 38% year on year. Quarter on quarter also EBITDA margins are likely to show some marginal improvement of around 20 basis point. So that's all from us, and I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Yeah, good. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So in today's session, we expect gold prices are expected to correct till 59,600 to 500 levels. So selling around 60,000 to 60,100 is recommended, and silver also one can sell around 74,500 with a stop loss of 75,200. So all in all, prices are looking to test 73,700 on downside. Crude oil, after the fall, we expect prices to pull back, and we expect prices to test 60 to 50 on higher side. So buying around 61.20, 61.10 is recommended, and one five is the area where we are looking to take profits. Copper also, one can buy around 740 levels, 740 to 41 levels, and maintain a stop loss of 737. On higher end of 750, 52 is the area where we are looking to take some profit. And yeah, and one can also, for trading purpose, one can sell around 752 to 54 levels, and maintain a stop loss of 758. Zinc also, prices are expected to hold 236 levels. So buying around 236 and maintaining a stop loss of 233 is recommended. On upside, 241 is the target where we are looking to take profits. Thank you very much. I will ask Utkarsh to take over from here.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning. In USD INR, we witnessed some bounce from the lower levels around 681. So for trading purpose, one can create short positions around in the range of 81.90. Right now it's CMB around 81.87, in the range of 81.90 to 81.96 levels, with the stop loss of 82.06 levels, and for the target of 81.80 and 81.70. At that point, one can also create long position in the range of 81.70 to 81.65 levels, with a stop loss of 81.54 levels, for the target of 81.85 levels. In GBP INR, one can take long positions in the range of 102.20 to 102.15 levels, with a stop loss of 101.96 levels, for the target of 102.40 levels.
At that point, one can also create short positions around 102.45 levels with a stop loss of 102.50, 102.57 levels for the target of 102.26. In Euro INR, traders can buy around 90.25 to 90.19 levels in the range of with a stop loss of 90.01 for the target of 90.40 and 90.60 levels. Thank you.